All right, 1 second. All right, whenever you're ready.
All right, Han Solo is the coolest space cowboy who also did the Kessel Run in 12 parsecs. Han Solo is one of the bravest and most selfish characters in the Star Wars story. And the reason why I have a picture of both of them is because the one on the right is the 1975 version of the character, and he's played by Harrison Ford. And the left one is the one in 2018, which is played by Alden Ehrenreich. I'm going to go through like his backstory a little bit because through each of his films, he gradually matured and became more of a better character. And at the beginning, when he was young, he was orphaned at a young age. He joined a crime gang called the White Worms, where he smuggled and he stole stuff from different people. After the White Worms, he ended up joining the Empire, which is like the bad guys of the Star Wars story. And because he was trying to run away, he was trying to find like a way of life that was out of the gangs, because he wanted to do something better for his life, where he ended up meeting Tobias Beckett, which is also, he was there undercover as like an Imperial stormtrooper trying to do a heist and also steal stuff like he used to do. So Han decided to help him, and they ended up escaping from the Empire. And he also helped free Chewbacca, which is one of his best friends throughout the whole Star Wars story, who was like a criminal there as well locked up. The new gang, this is Lando Calrissian in the corner. This is like one of his like friends in the story or whatever. But the difference between them, they're basically like the same character, except Han Solo, he did everything like his way, and he did it like he worked for it, while he like cheated his way around basically. So like they would always gamble against each other. And the one on the left is Billy Williams. He's the original character from the story, and then on the right is Donald Glover or Childish Gambino. They ran jobs, like him and Beckett, they always ran jobs and whatever, and they wanted to get some coxium, I believe it was called. This one, the Kessel, they had unrefined coxium at the planet, and they wanted to do it as fast as they could, otherwise it would blow up their ship and kill them, basically. That's why he did the Kessel Run in 12 parsecs, which is the fastest ever done, because it's usually done in 20. And they also, while this was all happening, they ended up freeing a bunch of the slaves there. So a lot of the slaves were like Wookiees, kind of like Chewbacca is. And if they didn't release all the slaves, they wouldn't have gotten out because people would have killed them because they were all chasing after him and everything. And the Galactic Civil War happened, and this is where like the original story of Star Wars happened. And Obi-Wan and Luke needed to ride to Alderaan for a secret mission. And when they got there, it was later destroyed, which they didn't know about. And in this little video I'm going to show you, it shows how brave he is, but also how cowardly he is, but also realistic with his thinking. See how he chases after them. That's like one of my favorite scenes with him. Some of his major traits, he's brave, courageous, cynical, and loyal. And you see that throughout all the films. And after the first episode 4 is what it's called, he gets paid after that job, and he could easily just leave everybody behind, but he decides to stay because he likes them, and he's learned from his past that whenever he leaves somebody, something bad happens, and he doesn't want something bad to happen to all of them. You see him gradually mature over time through the films, from like a savage criminal, stealing stuff, doing everything bad, to do what he can to being a father, a leader, a general of the rebellion, and surviving like he always does, no matter what happens. He's a very popular popular character in the story because he's so relatable with everybody, like in the real world, where he tries to do what he can for his family and everything. He goes through situations that normal people go through and the gradual maturity through the films, where at the beginning, like, he's just trying to make a living, trying to survive. And towards his last few films, he tries to like save his son and everything because he wants family first. And that's it.
All right, thank you. Questions for Michael? One of the Han Solo is a complex character. One of the features I think of Han is the fact that he does have a bit of a selfish streak. Could you comment a bit on, how that aspect of his personality changed or didn't change over the course of the films, and how that affects his ability to be a hero?
So like I was saying, like he was a criminal before, so he was selfish. He was trying to survive on his own. He didn't have anybody to look out for. And as time grew on, he got more friends, and like good friends that were supportive of him. And he ended up having like a son, like I said. And he changed to being not selfish to being selfless. And you see that grow through the films as well. So, yeah.
Questions? Any others? All right. Thank you, Michael.